yourself a fucking favor and get the fuck out of my store.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck off the press.
Hey kid, get the fuck out of here!
Right now.
What up, Free? Peace to Riri Brown in the Twitter space. She just liked the video. Hopefully she will share the video in the Twitter space. We're not only on Haps, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. With this Friedman Media. With this Friedman Media. What up, Shell? Shit's about to get more serious. So I'm considering a considerable amount of considerations. That's why I turn that down. That's why I titled this one that. Considering a considerable amount of considerations. So, you know, I heard your boy's coming back to town, Shell. I heard your niggas coming back to town. I hope he got my $25,000. Maybe I'll get them gold cordless clippers he got. Send them to the Smithsonian. To the Dixonian. But yeah, we here. And there's a lot of shit going on. So, you know, I'm going to freestyle it tonight. Kind of hungry. You know, I was supposed to eat a little earlier and we got a little bit busy. So I wasn't able to eat. Wasn't able to eat. Waiting for the food to come back. But it's always business first. That's okay. I'll eat late. But once again, I want to let people know that this is not a kid-friendly format. This is not for children. This is not for children.
Now do yourself a fucking favor and get the fuck out of my store.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck off the property.
My fault, Shell. I meant to say your ex. My fault. your ex nigga. He's still a nigga, though. That's the problem. He'll always be a nigga. A light-skinned, pie-faced, fake Run DMC wannabe 2 Live Crew. The original Dirty Red was with Scarface, Ghetto Boys ass nigga. And he can pull up in that motherfucking rag-top BMW. I'll repossess that bitch myself. Hoe ass nigga. It's all good. Appreciate the information though. It's being put to good use. Any straw purchase he tries to make, we'll be on top of too. You can run, but you can't hide, you glow-in-the-dark motherfucker. So, we are here. I got a lot of energy and shit, even though I haven't eaten. I got a lot of energy, I guess, because I haven't been doing this, you know. Been away for a minute. I don't know how many days it's been, but I've been a few days. And, you know, it just gets to the point where it gets too late in the day. I don't want to always do late streams. So, you know, I'm coming on here a little earlier tonight. And I've also just been kind of pulling back, just really watching the landscape, the way things are kind of unfolding out here. Oh, the ex-stripper. Oh, okay. There's just so much to this story. So much. I'm just going down different paths with this, and I want to make sure that I stay true to who I am. Because I'm not getting on in that sensationalization shit. You know, I believe you can deliver content, positive content, the way I deliver it, you know, and not have to get caught up in all the bullshit. Because I'm never going to get caught up in the fallacies. I'm never going to get caught up in the fabrication and bullshit. If I can't deliver the truth, there ain't no point in me delivering. And the way they done work the format now, I can't do the things that I could do before. So they're trying to put me on pause with, you know, being mic'd up and everything because I really don't have the same capabilities. But it's all good. But anybody that's out here, whether you be on Haps, whether you be on YouTube, whether you be on Twitter, Facebook, y'all know me. I'm going to bring what I bring. And today, you know, I want to talk a little bit about, we got some mental health issues. And there's one obvious situation that I would definitely touch on, the triple murder suicide. I want to touch on that. I know everybody's calling it a double murder suicide because everybody reports the shit wrong. I'm not going to report on that in its totality tonight, but that triple murder suicide is what it was. Everybody's calling it a double murder suicide because the one woman was pregnant. And they're not considering that child's life, so they're just saying a double murder suicide. No, he killed that baby too. He killed his baby. But we ain't gonna touch on it right now because I really don't want to touch on the act. I'm going to touch on what led up to the act. I'm not gonna condone anything that he did. He was a murderous motherfucker. But what made him murder is what I'm more concerned with. And that's the mental health issue that we have here in this country. Y'all see me keep looking around. I'm looking around for my chicken. I'm waiting for my chicken to show up. When my chicken shows up, I might have to cut it off or I might have to move it around a little bit so I can eat my chicken and continue to move. But we got a lot of mental health problems in our faction, in our collective. And I believe our mental health problems stem from the same thing that has plagued us since day one. White supremacy. We didn't create our own mental health problems. our mental health problems came from something else. Everything stems from something else. So our mental health issues had to stem from something else. And that is white supremacy. White hate, white bigotry, white racism, you know. So, when we talk about mental health issues, we need to consider the source of our mental health issues. The source of our mental health issues may come directly from another individual or a situation or a system, but how did we get here? How did we get these systems built? See, blacks hating blacks started with white supremacy. They taught us how to hate each other based on light skin, dark skin, smart, lesser than smart, you know, male, female. They taught black women how to hate black men. They taught black men how to hate black women. Now, we don't do this as a collective. These were systemic issues. These were systemic issues. Absolutely, Shell. Appreciate you sharing things free, sharing these hashtags. Everybody needs to know where they can find me. If they can't find me here, they need to know where they can find me, and I appreciate you putting that out there. Mental health problems don't really seem that big until something like what the situation happened with the man. I'm gonna have to call him a man, even though he murdered somebody in cold blood. I have to call him a man because he stood up for his shit until he broke. And when he broke, he broke. He broke. I was watching a cast and they used the term flipping the table over. Flipping the table over is a term for me now. Because when you flip the table over, the game is over. There's no more playing once you flip the table over. All the pieces go flying everywhere. Now you can't go back and start the game over because hell, a piece done flew over behind the couch. A piece done slid into the kitchen. Might have broke some of the pieces. Piece done flew in somebody's drink. Once you flip the table over, the whole game changes to nothing. There's no more game playing at that point. It's over. And that's what mental health issues can do to you. When you have mental health issues, they flip tables. People check out. People check the fuck out. When tables get flipped, it's over. Okay? It's over. What takes a person to the point where they gotta flip a table over? I mean, what do you gotta do? What do you gotta see? To some individual, it might only take one little small thing. To another person, you might be able to fuck with them for months. And once you fuck with them that one last time, that's when they table flips. Some people are quick table flippers. Some people are procrastinating table flippers. Some people it just takes a while to get them there. But once you get them there, game's over. Table's flipping. And you just need to get out of the way at that point. Because once somebody flips the table, there's no turning back. To whatever degree they're on right now, you should probably take some type of cover. You don't know what's happening in the mind of a person whose table just flipped over. Real shit. Real shit. But we've had some mental health issues, come on. Most recently, everybody's talked about the Jussie Smollett situation. He's juicy too. He's juicy. As I've heard more about this case and the things that have come out, I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I didn't believe it from the beginning. We laughed at the beginning. I'm like, didn't nobody do this shit? But now that we know some of the other things, I've been watching the people that were kind of connected to the shit at the beginning. That former police chief in Chicago, he brought the case all the way in. I don't even know why there had to be a motherfucking trial. I forgot that police chief's name and shit, but he's one of the most brilliant motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. Well, I've never met him, but I've seen him on TV so many times, and he said some shit and thought the way that I thought. I feel like I know it. He came on somebody's show last week, and he said, we knew there was something peculiar about this situation. We just didn't feel that good about it. Da-da-dee, da-da-da, da-da-dee, da-da-da. I got to find the cast because I want to play the video because you got to hear his voice because he's so fucking matter-of-fact about it. The shit had me dying. He said, we just didn't feel good about it. We just didn't think that this could have happened. And the next thing you know, the Subway sandwich that he had, he still had it. He says he went to Subway, and if you get attacked and beat up and poured bleach on and had a noose put around your neck, he still was holding the Subway sandwich, and it was like unscathed. It wasn't crimped. It wasn't bent up. It wasn't broken in half. He still was holding the Subway sandwich. I found that a bit entertaining. The fact that Jussie got beat up, got bleach poured on him, had a noose put around his neck, yelled at that it was MAGA country, but he was able to hold on to his cell phone and his Subway sandwich. Boy, I tell you, Jussie's an incredible actor. But he didn't fool that chief. That chief solved that case with a Subway sandwich. We shouldn't have had to go through none of this. All the chief should have said was, look at the video. Look at the video. He still got the Subway sandwich in his hand. Why would he still have the Subway sandwich in his hand? I mean, he at home now. He got a counter. He got a plate. He could have put it on the microwave. Why was he still holding the Subway sandwich? Jussie was holding the Subway sandwich still when the cops got there with the noose around his neck. In MAGA country. In the gay district of Chicago at 2 o'clock in the morning. Still holding his Subway sandwich. Y'all know I got all kind of crass remarks that I want to say about this, but I'm going to stay above board on this one. I'm going to stay above board and just let Jussie hold on to his Subway sandwich. I wonder if it was a meatball sandwich. Anyways, Jamie Foxx's daughter. I salute Jamie Foxx for being the thespian that he is. Okay? I salute Jamie Foxx for being Jamie Foxx is an incredible motherfucker. Still blows me away when I see Ray. That motherfucker turned himself into Ray. He was Ray Charles and shit. I really thought Jamie was hooked on heroin. I thought Jamie was Ray. I really, really did. I believe that role. I like it when an actor can take me there and make me believe that that's the real person. That's acting to me. That's acting. Nowhere near the quality of Jussie Smollett and the Subway sandwich caper, but Jamie Foxx is brilliant. But his daughter, she seems to think, and this is mental health. See, I'm going to touch on mental health all through this. She seems to think that changing her name is going to be better for her career. Oh, child. Poor child. You're only getting a shot because your daddy's a superstar. Why would you change your name to help better your career? This is what white people have done for hundreds of years. Some white people have no talent, but if they got the right name, shit. Move to the front of the line, please. He played the hell out of that role. He did. Now, you talking about Juicy or you talking about Jamie? Because both of them played the hell out their roles. Both of them. So, she said her dad's name overshadowed her talents. Where the fuck do you think you got the talents from? I ain't never heard nobody talk about Jamie Foxx's baby's mama and how talented she is. Never. I don't even know who Jamie Foxx's baby mama is. But we know who Jamie Foxx is, and we now know who Jamie Foxx's daughter is, and she wants to get famous without using Jamie Foxx's name. Sounds kind of Kamala Harris-ish. Yeah. Kamala used the blackness of Harris. She didn't use Imhoff, which is her married name. She didn't use whatever that Brahmin Indian name she had. She used Harris and her light-skinnedness to make everybody think she was a black woman. When she went to Howard in 1986 and she was listening to Tupac records while she was smoking weed. Now Jamie Foxx's daughter's up here. She done memorize all the slang. She done got all her daddy's talents in her genes. And now she wants to throw that away. Now she wants to throw that away. This is just another slight on the black father. That the black father is so disrespected in this space. The black father is so disrespected in this space. As a black father, I'm telling you, we are disrespected. We are disregarded. We're just dissed. I'm trying to tell you, it's the way it is. Black fatherhood ain't what it's all cracked up to be, unless it is. Because I can't say all black fatherhood is bad, because all black fatherhood ain't bad. All black fatherhood ain't challenging. But we are disrespected, we are disregarded, sometimes disallowed, sometimes disillusioned. I'm speaking about black fathers, I'm speaking about black American fathers, I'm speaking about freedmen fathers, nobody else. We are the most disrespected, disengaged on this soil from our family since day one, and then blamed why we're not good fathers. You need to take care of your kids. You need to not try to lock me up every fucking day of the week. You need to take care of your kids. You need to not kill me. You need to take care of your kids. You need to let me get a job where I can take care of my kids. How about that? How about letting me do that? And then I can take care of my kids. They come up with all these things that we can do that we're not doing, maybe because it has an underlying situation dealing with white supremacy. And that'll cause you to have mental health problems too. When you can't take care of your kids, oh, you got mental health issues like a motherfucker. Well, most people. Because I know some motherfuckers who don't take care of their kids and they got a totally clear conscience. Oh, yeah. I know some motherfuckers that literally have a clear conscience and they don't do shit for their kids. I'm like, how does that motherfucker sleep? Tell ya. Wow. This is crazy shit. He's gonna shit. All right, man. That fucking shit. I'm gonna end up cutting this short, man, because I think I gotta get on the road tonight. But it's all good. It's unfortunate. They've been taught to be that way. I believe it comes out of that feminist mentality. I can do this all myself. No, you can't. You didn't create the child by yourself. You can't raise it by yourself. Some women have been forced to do so, but it is not the way that things should be done. I hope women that have to do it from this point on will always incorporate someone in their life that can be that paternal figure, because a child has the balance already chemically in them. They need the love from the male. They need the love from the female. Sometimes it doesn't come from the father. Sometimes it doesn't come from the mother, but they need the balance. They need those things. I mean, speaking from experience, I knew I couldn't teach my daughters how to be women. I could teach them how to be decent people, how to have manners and this and that and other, but I couldn't teach them how to be women. I needed women that do that. And I tried to incorporate women in their lives. They never met anybody fucked up until my wife. They had people that were like really for them until my wife. But I wanted them to be structurally sound as women. And they had that going until they met my wife. OG Classic Jones. There it is. There it is. You don't have to be daddy. You are uncle. You are uncle doing fatherly things. Being a paternal figure. You are providing structure. You are building character. You are teaching those young men to be grown men. If we're not here for anything else, we got to do that. Or our kids will end up in Chicago at 2 a.m. holding Subway sandwiches. Lying. Lying, just lying. He's the Lion King. But yeah, I didn't understand that. And I don't know how Jamie's dealing with it, knowing that he's broke his back, becoming a superstar in the space of television and movies and hell, radio. He's got his own radio show. And then your daughter says she doesn't want your name. When your daughter tells you that she doesn't want your name and you spend all your life building on that name, God damn, how does that feel? I can speak from experience. Let's not. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, there we go with that Vart Tech shit again. Doris Taylor. Is that a troll? That's a troll. We already know these aren't real people. They just come through with that Vart Tech shit. You better. You wouldn't be here without him. I don't care what anybody says. Ain't nobody getting here without the nut. Ain't nobody getting here without the nut. And the nut only comes from one place. Say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. You're not getting here without this energy. Not this energy. I'm done with all that. So this is all coming around because, like I said, I'm not really going to touch on the situation itself. But that triple murder suicide started with a separation and a custody battle and allegations of sexual abuse of a child. Turns out it wasn't true. I believe there's too much inappropriate behavior around children these days. And it's not that I raised my kids in such a, I don't know what kind of environment you call it, but they didn't even see me smoke. They didn't know shit. They didn't know shit about this for years. Because I was discreet and they didn't need to see it. Now, they might have thought every now and then I smelled a little funny. I didn't stink, so they knew I didn't stink. They probably just didn't know but I grilled a lot. And I smoked while I grilled, too. So they didn't know if it was charcoal or charred cannabis. But there's a lot of inappropriate behavior that goes on around children. And when I see fathers being inappropriate with their daughters or mothers being inappropriate with their sons, I know that that's going to be a problem down the line with that child, eventually an adult. I know. I can call it. Those kids won't turn around because those parents won't turn around. If you allow your child to be inappropriate in front of you as a baby, you're going to allow it as they become a teenager, then a grown person, and who knows what the fuck else happened. We talking about some taboo type shit. And a lot of these young women, they have sons, and I see them, taking pictures, and the son's touching their ass, or, sometimes the son is filming the mama when she's twerking, which takes me to a situation I just saw of a little girl twerking on her daddy's lap. Like she's in between her daddy's legs and she's twerking. Hey, John. Excuse me, one moment. Hello? We back. So, chicken place is closed. I ain't getting no chicken, y'all. Ain't this a bitch? I got some rice I can eat downstairs, I guess. I can eat the rice. But, that ain't here, baby. So yeah, I didn't feel like fucking what he wanted. I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, they closed early. I think it's one of them joints that they don't give a fuck about the holidays. They just have regular hours, and I think they closed. I think they closed at 8. We thought they closed at 9. But it's all good. Hold on one second. What's that? So, I'm really thinking about, do I really want this rice? But I think I'm about to do it. I don't feel like going nowhere else. So it's all good. This little girl was twerking on her daddy's lap. Like I said, in between his legs. She's a little tiny girl. She's like, looks like she may be like 4 or 5. And I just had a real hard time dealing with that. I just had a hard time dealing with it. And I'm not sure exactly why there hasn't been much more of an uproar about this, because it's all over Facebook. I've seen it. I've seen it like on 4 people's different thing, and I just end up sharing it to myself. And I said, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the mental health issues of that. Because to allow your daughter to twerk on your lap is a problem. To allow any child to do that type of dance on your lap, it's an issue within itself. But this is your child. Doesn't make it any better if you have no relation to her. But the fact that you allowed your child to do this, it's disturbing. And I think it's criminal. I think that's child abuse. I think that's criminal sexual assault in some degree. And if that makes it to the authorities, I would hope that he's got a case put on him. If I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, he's got a solo cup in his hand. Now, I have solo cups, but y'all know don't shit be in my solo cup. He got a solo cup in his hand, so he's probably drinking alcohol. Let me just be as stereotypical as I can be today. He's probably drinking liquor. Now, the fact that he's drinking liquor and he's got his daughter twerking on him, it gets more and more troubling. It's more and more troubling. And that's a mental health issue. He's got a character flaw to even allow this shit to happen, but he is really flawed to have his daughter in that space. It's an issue. It's an issue that we have to talk about as people because we have too much sexual abuse within our families. But don't nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk about it. Everybody want to just hide it. And then you got a brother out here who was accused of it and it wasn't even true, and they pushed him to the brink of not seeing his kid and this, that, and the other, and now 4 people are dead. 2 women, his baby, and him. That's a problem. But ain't nobody talking about that.
Hello?
Gary? Hello? All right. So, to have a situation where you don't have the discernment to know that your daughter gyrating on you is a bad thing, puts everybody in danger. I mean, everybody. Because you are unaware that this is not a good thing for, like I said, she's 5, 6 years old maybe. How do you not know that's not a good thing? I mean, that's what I want to know. I'm like, how do you call yourself a parent and not know that that's not a good thing? I need to know that. When you don't know that, children need to leave the home immediately. They don't need to be in that home with someone who would allow that to happen, would allow that to happen to them. Like I said, I don't know what happened after that, but he's drinking liquor, which means that his mind is not going to be clear. And I don't know what he sees. I don't know what he sees, because he's not seeing anything when he's allowing his daughter to gyrate in between his legs. So his discretion has already been compromised. And who's filming it? Is the mother filming this? I would hope it's not. But who's filming his daughter dancing like this in between his legs? I mean, come on, man. That's nasty. You're nasty. He's nasty, but you're nasty for filming it, for capturing the image of it. You need your ass whipped twice, too. Absolutely. Both of you need to go. Yep. Both of you. You need to go. I was on a call and they was asking me, they said, I thought you were part of some podcast. And I was like, that never really got off the ground. That never really got off the ground. And, but the hoodie fits. The hoodie fits, so I wear the hoodie and shit. I'm going to do something to the other person that's standing next to me. Not like physically, but, I'm going to cover her face up somehow. I really don't need her face on my hoodie. We're not part of a team. We're not doing any casting together. I guess she's a big social media presence. I mean, I had never heard of her till that day, but, And I ain't got nothing against her. But I just don't need her on my chest. Don't need that. I caught enough hell just being a part of it and shit. I'm like, that girl is half my age. Half my age, half the game. Fuck her followers. That stage they were trying to put us on just wasn't going to work. We're just too different of people. I mean, I think I could have brought content that would have made the actual pod work, but, you got to have chemistry And although we made it look good when we did actually cast, you know, I know my presence of it all and how strong I am. And that's not tooting my own horn. I'm just a strong motherfucker in those parts. Talking about cannabis, dealing with cannabis. I'm good there. And all you're gonna do is turn the camera on? Okay. Give me an easy one. So, what else did I do? I did 3, 4. I just realized that's from the Untouchables. Yeah. But there's problems there. And just in case, I know I'm talking a lot about situations that have happened with kids, but this is not for kids. This format is not for kids. And just in case you didn't know that.
Now do yourself a fucking favor and get the fuck out of my store.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck off the press.
Sorry about that. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we're definitely not kid friendly. And I'm trying to be as emphatic about that as I can because I just don't want people to get the wrong impression when they do start to allow their kids to get on this platform and they're going to run into situations like me. And I'm a different situation. I get it. I'm not trying to be for everybody. I'm trying to be for everybody that's trying to catch this message. Freeman Media ain't for everybody. I know this. Here's the thing, ain't for everybody. When I cast with Prime, Freeman on Deck ain't for everybody. But if you in here, you will be grown or else. If not,
Hey, kid, get the fuck out of here!
yeah. That's what you're gonna hear. Hey kid, get the fuck out of here because we don't need you in here. I so had my mouth set on some Gus's chicken. Gus's chicken was on my mind. Dang. It's all good. We got to get Gus's tomorrow. All right. So. I guess it's hard to get around. It's hard to get around like talking about celebrity shit. And I don't really like talking about celebrity shit, you know, just because it's celebrity shit. But when we talk about mental health issues, I think a lot of mental health issues with celebrities comes from the disillusion that they really believe that that's like real life. I mean, for a lot of them, the money is real. A lot of them, the money is real. Absolutely. But for some of them, the money is not real and it's not enough. I mean, they are all they are. They are all they are. And once they've gotten to a point of that celebrity status, they got to maximize it because it's not always going to be there. Now, I didn't know anything about this guy, Stevie J. I guess I had heard his name back in the day, but I didn't know anything about Stevie J. And so I got to go back through his thing again because he was actually something, you know, before. I didn't realize it. He was, you know, he's a record producer and he produced records from Mariah Carey, Tevin Campbell, Notorious B.I.G. 112. I want to know what did he produce for B.I.G.? Shit. He produced some shit with B.I.G. What did he produce? Because I know he did, because, you know, he was on the Bad Boy thing. Oh, shit, he produced that song? He produced Mo Money, Mo Problems. He produced Only You with 112. Damn. Okay. Got it. Now I know why okay. Now I know how he got so big. But see, he blew through all that money. And now he done ended up on reality TV. He produced E, right. He's done a lot. He's done a lot. He was a hit man for Puff. Everybody knew Puffy wasn't writing all that shit. He had people that was writing that shit. Puffy was just up there doing the Take that, take that. And that's exactly what he was doing. He's like, take that, take that. Take that 20, take that 50, take that 100. While he kept millions. Puffy kept all their money. He's like, take that, take that, take that. Ooh, give me that publishing back. Yeah. Fuck with Puff, boy, you end up dead, in prison, or a preacher. Shit. Puffy take you to different extremes and shit. Take you to the highest heights. Have you eaten shrimp cocktail in the Caribbean? Next thing you know, everybody always hit their apex with Puff, and then, and where they went, you know? Big went all the way to the ground. Mace bounced and became a preacher. Shine ended up in jail. Loon ended up in jail. Yeah, some other people end up in jail too. He made the band. Where the band at now? Where the band? He did the whole making the band, and we don't even know where the band's at now. Yeah, Stevie J, he got work here. But I'm not here to talk about his motherfucking catalog. I'm here to talk about his mental health illness. I'm here to talk about Stevie J's mental health. First and foremost, he's a fucking first-class simp, okay? He's a first-class simp because the video I saw of him talking shit to Faith as she was crawling back in bed after being thrown away in the weeds wet, probably by somebody 20 years younger than her. She was just out of it and crawled back into bed, and he's just behind her. Oh, you just gonna fuck a motherfucker in my house, in my bed? You just fucking... I like, dude, why the fuck? Why the fuck would you film this? You're filming yourself talking about your wife having sex with another man in your house, in your bed? You're filming it? Oh, man. Simping ain't easy, but somebody's got to do it. And this time it's Stevie J. I never thought Faith was going to be a good wife to anybody. I mean, she had big on her titties. Okay? I mean, she had big on her titties. It was tattooed on her titties. Then she got it taken off. And then I think she got it put back on. There's mental health issues there. I know her tattoo artist is like, bitch, make up your mind. What are we doing here? You know, I got my ink, I got my eraser. I got my ink, I got my eraser. What the fuck am I, a school teacher? Yeah. Who's therapy sessions? Somebody has therapy sessions? Faith has always said she was a hood chick. Watch the interview during Drink Champs. I don't need to watch her say that she's a hood chick. I knew she was a hood chick in 1996. I knew it before social media. I'm glad she could sing. I'm glad she could sing. I mean, she would have just been, you know, this Biggie's baby mama. Actually, she wouldn't have been Biggie's baby mama because Biggie liked her because he saw her when they was doing their thing. So if she had just been on the street, she never would have got to Big. Maybe he would have had some kids with Kim. And, you know, if he had had some kids with Kim, maybe she wouldn't have gone through that shit with the plastic surgery. Sometimes I wonder if Kim had got pregnant instead of Faith, you know, maybe Kim's life would have been different and she wouldn't have got all those augmentations. Because that's what they are. They're augmentations. Okay? Augmentations. Yeah, did Stevie J, he might have produced some of her shit too. Let me see. He produced some of her shit? Yep, Faith Evans. He produced her shit back in the day. So they was in the booth back in the day. They went from the booth to the bedroom. Now to divorce court and the therapy sessions. Kim is Frankenstein at this point. Who's Kim? Oh, Lil' Kim. I got it. Unless you say Lil' Kim, I don't know who Kim you're talking about. Yeah, I got it now. When I say Lil' Kim, I get it. Oh, he's mad as fuck. Oh, you're gonna feel like it's Groundhog Day, going right back to the same spaces and shit. That's funny to me. So, he probably got, I bet you got him something to eat. He's probably like, fuck this. Because he drove a ways to get that Gus's, and the Gus's was closed. But yeah, Stevie J is a simp. He walked in the house, he knew Faith had got tossed, and then he talking about it. But my problem is with Stevie J, All the hits you made with Biggie and Eve and Jay-Z and DMX and 112 and Mariah Carey and Tevin Campbell. Now you want Faith to pay you manimony? And not alimony, it's manimony, right? Because you a man. You asking her to pay you? And I always thought alimony was built off of, like, you know, you had this certain lifestyle that you grew accustomed to, and you kind of put yourself out of pocket so, you know, you could take care of your family. So you put your career aside and did that. So now you need alimony to be able to take care of yourself because you have nothing. You starting at ground zero type shit. But these motherfuckers be just getting alimony now just because they married somebody with some bread. And from what I know, Faith don't have a whole lot of bread. And obviously Stevie J should have had more bread than Faith had because he produced more hits than Faith wrote or sang. But he broke. He broke. Then he got on the reality TV shows. Then he got to doing sex scenes and shit in the shower. That shit went on about a year before I even knew what the fuck was going on. Mary J. Yeah, I heard Mary J. is paying manimony. Stevie J has 10 kids. Oh my God. He was just out there letting that shit fly. 10 kids? Damn. Says he has 6 here, Rochelle. Are you embellishing? 6, 10, what the fuck, it doesn't make a difference. He's not taking care of any of them. Ain't no way he taking care of 6 kids. He asking Faith Evans for manimony. God damn, Stevie. You should have produced a hit for Trojan. Trojan man. So, whatever. Wait a minute. He was also a member of the Swing Mob. Wasn't the Swing Mob? Wasn't Dave Foxy Brown in them? I don't watch that shit, Rochelle. Only Housewives show that I ever watched was the basketball. That was a basketball exes, basketball wives. And then I watched like them first seasons of the Housewives in Atlanta and shit, because I just like the scenery. I just like seeing the shit that I kind of remember or I done seen before. Then it just got too outlandish. Nene started metamorphosizing and shit. And it got too messy. I couldn't deal with the messiness. So. I'm waiting for my man to get back here, man, so I can holler at him, shut it down a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to maintain. I might have to come back up if I'm going to come back up. Love and Hip Hop. Oh, hell no. That's worse. That's worse. Love and Hip Hop is worse than the Housewives show. How do you maintain any type of fucking IQ watching that shit? Those shows are bad for your IQ. Hey, if she might have been a man, but she's a woman now. She done went through and had a whole change and shit. I figured when they was doing them augmentations on her, they probably did the chop then. Come on, motherfucker. My chair just be rolling and shit. She's swinging. It depends on how many. Hold on a second. Oh, he's getting out. So, now if you watching them goddamn shows, you better stay away from VH1. If you want some superpower, you better stay away from VH1. Because you'll have superpowers and then be super dumb. Them bitches is retarded. And the dudes too. You ever notice how all those shows are on VH1? What is the #1 white supremacist network in the world? It's not Fox News, motherfuckers. VH1 goes right up there to the top. If you don't think VH1 is loaded with white supremacy, you're one of them. You're one of them. If you don't believe that white supremacy controls MTV, VH1, BET, all owned by the same people, ain't it crazy that the white people's network, which was MTV, and the black people's network is owned by the same motherfucker now? Yeah. See? You motherfuckers worrying about being crypto rich and didn't realize that MTV and BET was owned by the same motherfucker. Got the same lunatic programming this shit. Put all the shows and make us look crazy on all them networks. Half the shit that's programmed on BET now is Tyler Perry driven. Excuse me. I cannot believe this shit. Yeah. 2 in the same sub, 2 in the same, 4 in the same, 2 in one sub, and 2. So literally, let's just say we'd have told motherfuckers 90 minutes. You're literally going back. I was like, you don't think it's fucking Groundhog Day movie and shit. And what's the other bitch? Oh, that's her. Oh, and she got it. You need your thing. You carry your thing anyway. She usually is cash, but she says she's going card tonight. Did you even stop to get you something to eat, dog? God damn. I figured, I was like, maybe he stopped and got a sale. He's like, fuck Shannon, he ain't got no chicken and shit. I was up here telling motherfuckers I was getting me some chicken and then you brought me the bad news. Dog. I was like, damn. I was looking. So you was gonna go before you came back here the first time? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do they know each other? Oh. Oh, okay. So I don't know who Nick is. And I had to get in their ass again about their goddamn code. Nah. Yeah, Nickel. That's even weirder too, because it's Nick and then it's Nickel. So Mob Wives, all them fucking plastic surgeon assholes, them bitches, they discredited the mob. I actually respect mafia motherfuckers. You know, the ones that don't snitch. They put their family on there, man. John Gotti Jr. and all them bitches. I'm like, man, I'd rather just go watch fucking Goodfellas or Casino. I'd rather watch a fake movie about the real motherfuckers than to watch the real motherfuckers' family. They were horrible. Old ass bitches getting their fun bags filled with silicone, getting lip injections and shit. I hated that shit. Like, they fucked around and made you bitches famous. Except, whatchamacallit, Xavier. Oh, you know what? Whatchamacallit might be paying credit again. Nickel. They do? Oh, okay. I thought you ain't took them yet. Nickel.
That's why I came back to get them.
Oh. That's what I'm saying. You said they paying cash. Oh, you already talked to him? Nigga, it's right there.
gone. You talking about Xavier.
What's the third one?
Xavier, Gary, and you.
Oh. Oh, you got them already? Wait a minute. Oh, you took them with Ash. Okay, I got you. Okay. All right.
So, what you said, Xavier is paying credit.
She is paying credit.
Can't take her lazy ass to the goddamn bank.
Now with that badass baby in the motherfucking background, I had to like, I just asked her. I was like, sweetie, can you kill your background noise? Because she was yelling. She was trying to talk over the baby. I think the baby was on to her. She was like, I'm gonna talk a little louder. Don't they usually pay cash? I think Gary is paying cash. You want me to call Yubi? You want me to ask him? All right, I'll ask him. Why, you just gonna tie it all thing on?
I'm tying it all off right now.
Okay, I got you.
Give you cash, but then you gotta give me.
I got you.
Pay back tomorrow.
Right.
Nah, you might not have to, cause nah.
We call his ass. Oh shit. Put 70 on your sheet for Gary.
Hello?
Speak to Yubi.
Yes, sir.
Hey Yubi, just give me a call tonight to confirm your order. Are you paying cash or card?
I'm paying cash.
Cash tonight for Yubi. And you've got the Acapulco Gold and the 1 gram of the Blue Dream.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we got you together. And you'll be in our next round of bags, and he'll call you when he's close.
Okay.
All right, buddy. You never. My fault. When he sees it.
3411 Woodward Hill, Ann Arbor.
Are you doing it wrong? You know, she's right there to the left when you go in that second one. My fault. Got too many things happening at one time. All right. Damn. Let me ask Gary. Or does he pay normally?
I never really get it.
Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, because I don't talk to him already.
9713 Sherwood.
So, I was trying to get it before I did the phone. Thanks for reminding me, though. I wish there was a way y'all could like throw something to make the phone vibrate. Staying with the mental illness. I don't know why this matters to people, because truthfully, if I wasn't one of those people who likes to know the names of like the actors, and then I do like backstories on them, find out who they are, I wouldn't know the name either. And it doesn't matter about me. It's more about the whole story with Denzel. Black people get upset because somebody didn't know who somebody. Denzel's not supposed to know who Franklin Saint on Snowfall is. Denzel is Denzel. Franklin Saint needs to know who Denzel is, but Denzel doesn't need to know who Franklin Saint is. And I think his name is Damson. Damson Idris, like Idris Elba, but I think Idris is his last name, and his first name is Damson. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I think it's spelled Damson. So it's Damson Idris. But Denzel didn't know who he was and said he had never seen the show and really didn't give a fuck. But now everybody's tripping because Denzel doesn't know who Franklin Saint is. So, Denzel is Denzel. And Damson Idris just got on the scene. I think he's kind of big, like overseas somewhere. But he just got on the scene here with Snowfall. He's just mainstream here now. He does like fashion modeling and stuff like that too. He did a couple ads. Lil Moist. Okay. Oh, bet. Hold on a second. I'm going right now.
237.84.
Got it.
That's all three. Because luckily, your girl Ashley paid credit card. So
Who?
Ashley paid credit
Oh,
card.
did she?
So it's the same amount as fucking Xavier.
Okay.
So know what she's paying.
All right.
With 3%.
So, yeah. People are tripping about that. And I'm like, why is that such a big deal to us? Denzel is a mega star, and Damson Idris is a TV notable right now. He's not even a TV star yet. Did he win the Emmy? Did he win the Emmy? If he didn't win the Emmy, he didn't even get the Academy Award version of, TV. I'm not saying he's not good. He is good, but just because Denzel doesn't know him doesn't mean it's a big deal. Most people who watch that show don't know who he is. Thank you, Emmanuel. Is that Emmanuel from Houston? Houston by way of Detroit? I got a weird memory. I remember things about certain people, and then I don't remember certain things about people at all. So you made an impression on me, on the chat, on Freedman Media, enough for me to remember your name, your whereabouts, and your previous whereabouts. Because they're in Motown, obviously. Probably wouldn't have cared if you had told me you were from New York or something. Because I'm not from New York. I probably would have remembered, but I probably wouldn't have brought it up. You probably wouldn't have had the grand reintroduction that you just had. So it's fortunate that you're from Detroit. You good? Excuse me out.
I just, whenever I get paid, I'm taking out this.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Daily?
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to do it that way. Dog, I can't wait till he calls. Nigga. That's the problem. There's that generation that they don't like to listen, man.
No, wait. No, you can't say that because I'm part of that generation.
Oh, you are. Well, you know what? Technically, we're all in the same generation, and that's the problem. A generation is 20 to 25 years. This is very true. So,
Some niggas get caught and some niggas get told on.
this is true. Uh-oh. We got some people, we got some people set checking up here. Where you grow up at? 23rd, man. Okay. Emmanuel, you've been around, brother. I like a brother that's, seen different parts of the country and seen different things. Because Detroit is different than Chicago, and Chicago is different than Houston, and Houston is different than Detroit. That's why you well-rounded, Emmanuel. That's why you well-rounded, brother. Huh?
You gonna take care of that when you bring that money in?
Who?
The boy brought that 260 in.
Yeah.
How you gonna handle it?
Oh, so.
Do you want me to do that now?
Nah. You already put that in. What's in there is in there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna do one tonight because she gave me enough to do it. Yeah. I just want to get back to 5 increments. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
And he fucked that up. I mean, he just flat out fucked it up. So it's all good. Terror Town. Jeez. A great place to visit. Maybe not. But y'all know what I'm saying, I think, with this mental illness shit. There's just mental illness out here that's just, who else out here? I'm not sure why they are trying to sue Travis Scott. I still haven't figured out what fault of his was. I mean, he didn't hook any of that shit up. He was a performer. But can you sue the artist?
It's his event because it's his promotion event.
So it was his event, not an event promoted for him. It was his shit. Oh, see, I didn't know that. I thought he was just an artist. And I was like, well, he don't put none of that shit together. He didn't light no dynamite, nothing. It's his shit. Oh. Well, his goose might be cooked. I just learned something before y'all said it in the chat. I just learned something from my homeboy here. Travis might have to cough up some bread. He might have to go from, what was this shit called? Astro World? He might have to go down to Astro Township. Because he's going to have, some people died and shit, right? 6 people died? Oh, shit. God damn. If 6 people died, yeah, he's good. Is he married to the Kardashian? Can they tap into a little bit of that Kardashian bread? They got them lawyers. Yeah, that's why Kim said she want to be a lawyer now. Like, oh, now you want to be like your daddy. Yeah, you went out and sucked dick, got famous and shit. Now you want to be a lawyer. Her dad's rolling over in his grave. He's like, bitch, you done rolled my name and rolled dick. Now you want to be an attorney. Man, make sure you get something to eat before you go home, dog.
She's calling me now. I'll probably go to the fucking vegetarian pizza on the way home.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Where you get them from?
That's still good.
Haven't you guys got one?
Yeah, I get their vegetarian pizza.
I don't fuck with none of the meat on that pizza no more.
Double cooked and get some better cheese on it.
It's kind of hard to fuck up a veggie pizza.
It's hard, but you get that better cheese on it with garlic crust or whatever.
Yeah. Huh.
You'll get it one day.
Yeah. I might have to get half without feta because I can only really fuck with feta on lasagna. Okay. That's that white fluffy cheese, right?
Yeah, what time you bring it tomorrow?
What time can you get here?
I'm here at 12.
All right, come on through.
I won't be here so late, so y'all be here at 12.
All right, bet.
All right.
All right. Yeah. He said he's gonna call me and keep me updated. I thought he needed a couple, man. I was just gonna try to get him back on the road as soon as possible. I'll see where he's at tomorrow. If he say that's where he's at, then I'll get him back. All right, dog. The baby bar. She passed the handlebars. Shit. Hungry Howie's actually has a good pie too. I don't really fuck with a lot of big box pizzas anymore. I had to even stop eating at Blaze, man. Their Blaze was so underwhelming last time. We went from young black kids working in there, doing real well, to now it's like middle-aged old white men. They in there counting the goddamn pepperonis and shit. I had to give them the ditty. I'm like, what the fuck? But I like Hungry Howie's because they were the originals with the flavored crust. There might have been some other people, but I learned flavored crust with Hungry Howie's. That was their forte. And everybody started doing it. But that's, they're the originators of that shit. So Kim is a real lawyer? I didn't know she was a lawyer. I wouldn't trust her to try my patience. What's not yet mean? Like she on the way? I ain't there yet. I'll be there in a minute. Oh, shit. Boy, I'm sitting up here in bad shape, y'all. I ain't got no goddamn dinner. Well, I got some shit I can warm up downstairs. Ran out of coffee. I'm in bad shape. But I've got cannabis. Makes the world so much better. Once again, shout out to Riri Brown. Right at the beginning of the cast, I saw that she liked this video on Twitter. She put a digital footprint out there for Freedman Media on Twitter. Shout out to Riri Brown once again. And shout out to all the kids that are watching the cast tonight.
Hey, kid, get the fuck out of here!
Just letting y'all know, we love ya.
Now do yourself a fucking favor and get the fuck out of my store.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck off the property.
Mental health is where we're at. The title to the cast was Considering a Considerable Amount of Considerations. And I am considering a considerable amount of considerations. And if I'm saying it that many times, we're gonna break the words down. Well, I only really need to break one word down, and that is consider. So I'm gonna grab some water. Seeing that I don't have any fucking thing. Oh, I do have that right, but it's downstairs. I don't want to go downstairs. I don't want to go downstairs. All right. So I'm glad nobody ordered late because they wouldn't have gotten it after hours. Let me get a water. Gummies. Here we go. You see the podcast shirt? I told you. Uh-oh, got to get a single, sorry. We're going to take care of the hoodie in just a second here. Let's get my... I mean, I'm sure it's insanely difficult to pass the bar. You got to study a lot. You got to learn a lot, know a lot, and retain a lot to be able to pass that fucking test. I get it. But when people tell me, like, Kim Kardashian wants to be a lawyer, I mean, and I know it's all about bettering yourself, this, that, and the other, but you're already a billionaire. And are you truly trying to build a law career as a billionaire socialite? Or do you want your tombstone to go down something other than, I got rich after I slept with Ray J? Okay. Ray J didn't blow up as much as Kim Kardashian did. And if you look at the sex tape, he did most of the work. It's unfortunate. That could be white supremacy too. You did all the work, Ray J, and she got all the fame. They even named her, they gave her top billing in the sex tape. Wasn't it Kim K and Ray J? It wasn't Ray J and Kim K. They gave her top billing. Guess she had to be on top of something. They gave Kim top billing. So, you know, Pillow Princess. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know exactly what that means. Well, that tape really doesn't work. You can see right through it. They're going to have to put something over it. I thought that would have worked. What is a Pillow Princess, Rochelle? Or do I even want to know? I don't know if I want to know. Now that I've failed with covering up the image, because I don't want someone else's intellectual or non-intellectual property being, you know, on my hoodie. I just don't want them to be on my hoodie. I just like the hoodie. They lay on their backs and do nothing. Oh, okay. So there was not a connotation. Okay. It was a literal expression. Well, let's move on, shall we? Consider. 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 Mental health shit. Mental health shit. I'm on mental health shit tonight. Considering a considerable amount of considerations. Tell you. To carefully think about something, typically before making a decision. Similar phrasing: to think about, to contemplate, to examine, to appraise, review, study. Ponder. I always like this one. Chew over. I'm going to chew that over. I heard that a lot when I was in the car game. People would always be like, you know what? We're going to chew this over, Shannon. And we'll get back to you tomorrow. We're going to chew over. They didn't know who they was fucking with when they was fucking with me until they started fucking with me. And this is what I did when I got somebody that said that they wanted to chew it over. I said, okay, no problem. I got my desk. I went outside. I drove the car. I was like, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I drove the car to the back of the dealership, gave it to the porter, told him to clean it up, put that license plate on it, and bring it and sit it right by my desk. This is for the person that wanted to chew it over. See, if you want to chew it over, I'm going to give you something to chew on. I don't want you chewing on nothing. So I'm going to give you something to chew on. So I take the car to the back of the dealership, take the license plate back there, and I give it to the porter. I'm like, clean this up. You know, is it delivery? I'm like, it's going home tonight. They bring it up, come in, show me the keys, hit the fob. I know which one it was. And I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. I never had no problems out of the porters that I worked with because I used to buy them all lunch and shit. And if I wanted a car clean, they cleaned my shit when I needed it clean. I didn't have to put my name up on the board like everybody else, like every other mere mortal salesman. When I brought my keys back and threw you my keys, they knew what the fuck to do. And I said, here you go. Take this home. Before you leave, just put your car over there in the back corner. That's where all of our other customer cars are. You're like, well, we're not going to leave our car here. And I was like, well, why wouldn't you? You're taking mine, leave yours. Sometimes they would and sometimes they wouldn't. Sometimes they want to drive both cars. I'm like, I don't care. You can take both cars on. Okay. And then sometimes they'd want to trade their car in. And I had that bullet. See, I could teach a motherfucker who's selling cars right now something right now that I did 20 years ago. Because the sales game has changed, but the salesman's game ain't never changed and ain't never gonna change. Make a friend, make a sale. You can't sell shit to somebody that don't like you or don't like the experience unless they are being forced to buy your vehicle. And most people, they have options. They have options. Sometimes they'd want to trade their car, their truck, van, whatever in. And I say, hey, leave that. Because I got a guy coming by here who buys cars from us. He might be able to give us a little bit more money for your trade-in. Now, they're going to take my car. They're not going to have their car. So you know what they're going to do with my car? They're going to pull my car in the driveway. They're going to pull it into the garage. See how it fits. See how it looks in the garage. When they chewing on it. They're going to chew on it. They're going to pull in the garage and they're going to sit in it. Look around, see how nice it is. See how it's not what they currently have. They're going to assess. They're going to evaluate. They're going to compare. They're going to weigh up. They're going to judge. And you know what they're doing that against? Their old car back at my dealership. Y'all keep listening to motherfuckers give you $1 million worth of game. I'm giving you $1 billion worth of game. And since I'm a freedman, I'm giving you $1 trillion worth of game. We did millions in the 90s. We talked millions then. We made millions then. I know a lot of y'all made it selling cocaine and heroin. I slung chicken and fish. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I learned a lot from my business practices in the early 90s. Did you learn a lot? You probably didn't learn as much selling cocaine and heroin in the early 90s as I did flipping fish and chicken and ribs, shrimp, you know. I was a dealer too. I just dealt meat and fish. And I had some really delectable sides as well. I learned how to conduct myself as a businessman at an early age, earlier than the first restaurant that I ran. I learned as a teenager how to conduct myself in a place of business. And I took that with me to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And I still got it now. I still got it now. I wish y'all would understand. Y'all don't understand. You don't hear me though. You know who else I don't want to hear me? Goddamn kids.
Now do yourself a fucking favor and get the fuck out of my store.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck off the property.
I appreciate y'all checking it out tonight. If you came here at the beginning and you still here at the end, you the real G's. If you dipped in and out, I got it. I just need you to catch the whole thing at some point in its entirety, in its totality. Once again, peace to anybody that's gonna like and share this video on other platforms. You know, we're here on Haps, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Peace to Sister Riri Brown for liking the video on Twitter right at the outset, putting that digital thumbprint in it. We appreciate that. Freedman Media. Here's the thing. Get with my man Prime and get some Freedman Facts going soon. We'll catch a vibe real soon. Did this phone cut off? This motherfucker might have cut off. At 38 eyes in the half space, appreciate that. It's at 19 sets of eyes. We appreciate y'all. Haps is different now. I get it. You know, like I said, I can't. Uh-oh. What the fuck is going on? This motherfucker's up here trying to get me banned. They trying to get me banned. That's like a real song. That's not royalty free. They're going to think I'm trying to make 2.7 cents off of that song. Bo knows this, Bo knows that. But Bo don't know Jack, because Bo can't rap. What up, Five Dog? Kamala said, what up? I remember that shit too when she said, what up, Five Dog? Five been dead, what, 5 years? Okay. You hollering at the dead folks now, Kamala? She should have just said, what up, Biggie Tupac? What up, niggas? Chuck some pearls, nigga. I mean, I was flabbergasted when she said she was listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg in college. Then when she said, what up, Five Dog? Oh, shit. Okay. She knows some of his people or something, or she just calling out to the dead? Kamala's calling out to the dead when she said, what up, Five Dog? She didn't know that motherfucker had died. Okay. Said her favorite group, one of her favorite groups is Tribe Called Quest. What up, Five Dog? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was y'all girl. We called the fraud from the beginning. But nah. Y'all had the ski-wee. She made clowns out of y'all. Wearing them orthopedic Timbos. Them Dr. Scholl's Chuck Taylors. Only thing she walked good in is stilettos. All hoes walk good in stilettos. Yeah, she a hoe. She ain't ours. But we ain't gonna let no white supremacists talk about it, because then we'll pull her back. We'll protect her that way. But other than that, no, she's not ours. It's all good. Y'all be good tonight. It's kind of early for me to say goodnight, but I don't know if I'll be back. I don't know. Can't say. Depends on how the night goes. I got to do some work. If I get another thought into my head, I might do it. But this mental illness thing, man, we've just got to really, 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 really pay attention. Because we have culminations. And the culmination of this situation has been the triple murder suicide. And like I said, nobody's reporting it as a triple murder suicide because they're just going about the 2 dead women and the dead man. But I'm considering and counting the baby. Because the baby was a human. The baby was his. He killed the baby too because he killed the mother. So that's 3 lives, 1 suicide. Triple homicide, suicide. Yeah. I know everybody's going to report double because they're reporting it wrong. This is the correct way to report this. Triple murder, suicide. Triple homicide, suicide. That's the way that should be reported. Not as a double. But they're going to do what they want to do because that's what the fucking news do. Fuck them. Everybody that checked in tonight, Emmanuel, once again, having you up in here. Shell keeping the chat going. Free in the command position, as usual. Saw Tony D, I believe, earlier. And, you know, I don't know who the other people are, Free. They just be lurking and shit. So I say hi to whoever says hi, you know. I'll be, oh, we just got somebody else in. Then maybe they'll say hello. If not, whatever. You know, I know what they're coming for. I get it. What up, Lax? I'm actually, you know what? I got to do some work. I'm about to go watch that David Alan Grier. You know that's my man's. I love pretty much anything that David Alan Grier has ever done. I got to go watch that. So, y'all be good. I'm probably going to have to go warm this rice up, keep the fuel going. I ain't got no coffee. Eating these leftovers. So I got to gas up a little bit, and then I'll do my work, and I'll head on in. But it's all good. Yeah. The mental health situation it's dire for us. And with this pandemic in play, it's going to get worse for us with this. When America gets a cold, Black people get pneumonia. America's got a cold right now. Keep your head up, folks.